Good morning, students. This is your chemistry miss. I welcoming you to all today's session. In previous class, we discussed about lesson number 4, transition and inner transition elements. We complete inner transition elements in previous class. In today's class, we discuss about lesson number 8, ionic equilibrium for volume 2. We have already learned physical and chemical equilibrium in 11th standard itself. In this unit, we discuss ionic equilibrium, especially acid-base equilibrium. So, some of the important processes in our blood involve aqueous equilibrium. For example, carbonic acid bicarbonate buffer in the blood. We have come across many chemical compounds our daily life. For example, that is acid and base are most common. For example, we drink milk with it contains the lactic acid, then tea, tannic acid, then grapes, acetic acid, then antacid tablet contain aluminum hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide. Then acid and base are have many industrial applications also. For example, the sulfuric acid is a fertilizer, then sodium hydroxide used for the soap industry. So it's important to understand the properties of acid and bases. Okay, so in this unit we discuss about the definition of acid and base, then ionization in aqueous solutions, the pH scale to apply the principle of chemical equilibrium to determine the concentration of the species in aqueous solution by acid and base. We know the basic characteristic of acid and base. The acid is a word derived from the Latin, that means acidus meaning sour in taste. So we have already in the lower classes, acid is a sour in taste. It blue litmus changes into red. It reacts with the metal to produce hydrogen gases. Similarly, the base is a bitter in taste. It changes from red litmus to blue. Okay, so these classical concepts are not adequate to explain the properties of, that is, complete behavior of acid and bases. So scientists developed the acid base concept based on this behavior. So to learn the concept developed by scientists Arrhenius, Bronsted and Lowry and Lewis to describe the properties of acid and base. First we discuss about the Arrhenius concept in acid and bases. Arrhenius concept. It undergoes in aqueous medium, that is in water. Aqueous medium means in water, H2O. H2O. Okay. So one of the earliest theory about acid and base of proposed the Swedish chemist Arrhenius. According to him, acid is a substance that dissociates to give hydrogen ions in water. So the acid is a substance. It dissociates to give H plus, that is hydrogen ions. So example for that HCl, H2SO4, HNO3. So இதெல்லாமே dissociate பண்ணும்போது to give H plus ion அப்படின்ற சொல்றாங்க. So the HCl gas dissociations to give H plus and Cl minus. Okay. So the H plus ion in aqueous solution, the H plus ion in aqueous solution, that is H2O, aqueous solution means H2O, is a highly hydrate ion and usually expressed as a H3O plus. So the H plus ion in aqueous solution, that is H2O, to gives H3O plus, that is hydrate ion, or otherwise is called as a simply hydrate of proton H2O plus. Okay. So we use both H plus and H3O plus to mean the same. Whereas base is a substance that dissociates to give hydroxyl ion. Hydroxyl means OH minus, hydroxyl ions in water. The base is a substance that dissociates to give hydroxyl ion in water. For example, substance like NaOH, KOH, etc. Then calcium hydroxides are bases. So the calcium hydroxide CaOH, then NaOH, Na plus OH minus, then calcium hydroxide Ca2 plus 2OH minus, that is hydroxide ion. So இந்த மாதிரி எந்த சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ் எல்லாம் நமக்கு இந்த மாதிரி OH minus and H plus கொடுக்குதோ இதெல்லாமே நம்ம Arrhenius concepts அப்படி நம்ம சொல்லலாம். So the limitation for that Arrhenius அப்படினு பாத்தீங்கும்போது, so the aluminum chloride, the formula for the aluminum chloride is AlCl3. It is an acid, but it does not give hydrogen ion, so that it cannot give the hydrogen ions in a solution. Okay, so dissociate பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு H plus ions அப்படின்றது கிடைக்காது அப்படின்றாங்க. Then ammonium, the NH3, ammonia is a base, but it does not contain any hydroxyl ion in a solutions. So the non-aqueous solvent cannot determine the substance acid or base. ஒரு non-aqueous substance solvents வந்து நமக்கு determine பண்ண முடியாது is acid or base. So these are the limitations of Arrhenius concept. Okay. Lowry-Bronsted theory is otherwise called as a proton theory. In 1923, Lowry-Bronsted suggests more definition of acid and base. According to this concept, acid is defined as substance that tendency to donate a proton to another substance is a base is a substance that tendency to accept a proton from other substance. In other words, simply say the acid is a proton donor, base is a proton acceptor. What is this? Acid is a proton donor, base is a proton acceptor. Okay. Then example. Let's see example for that. Hydrogen chloride, that is HCl, dissolved in water. HCl dissolved in water. Here proton theory. So here the proton does not mean the subatomic particles. Here the proton is represent H plus. Okay. So the what is acid? Acids are proton donor. What is base? Base are proton acceptor. So H plus, that is HCl, is dissolved in water. That is HCl plus water to form H3O plus plus Cl minus. Here this HCl, it acts, HCl is a acid. Why is acid? Because it donate one proton to H2O. It donate one proton to H2O. So the HCl act as a acid. HCl behave as a acid. So it donate one proton to H2O. So here water behave as a base because it accepts one proton to HCl. So HCl act as a acid, then H2O it act as a, that is it behave as a base. Okay. So the HCl would donate one proton to H2O to form H3O plus, H3O plus plus Cl minus. Okay. So the here in product side, the H3O plus it behave as a proton, that is it act as a acid because it is proton donor. Proton donor means it donate one proton to Cl minus, it donate one proton to Cl minus. So the H3O plus behave as acid. Here the Cl minus it behave as a base because it accepts one proton to H3O plus. So the H3O plus act as acid and Cl minus act as a base in product side. In reactant side, the HCl is acid, the water is a base. Okay. Then on another examples, when ammonia dissolve in water, ammonia dissolve in water. So ammonia dissolve in water to form the ammonia is accept ammonia means NH4 plus water. The here ammonia is act as a proton, that is acid. Then water it acts as a acceptor because it is a base to form H3O plus plus NH3. So I write the equation NH4 plus water at equilibrium to give H3O plus NH3. So here the NH4 act as a acid. NH4 act as a acid. This is acid. It donate one proton to water. So the here the NH4 it act as acid, donate one proton to H2O. So the proton is that is H2O is act as a base. So we donate one proton for NH4 plus to form H3O plus because it donate one proton to H2O. So to form H3O plus, here the H3O plus is act as acid, it donate one proton to NH3. Okay. So here the NH3 act as a base. So the NH4 is acid to give proton to water, NH3 is formed, that is NH4 acid to give proton to water. So NH3 is formed, the NH4 it acts as a donor, then NH3 is a base of NH4 plus. Okay. So NH4 it acts as a acid, then H2O it acts as a acceptor, that is base, H3O plus acts as a acid, then NH3 acts as a base. So NH4 acid to give proton to water. So NH3 is a form, that is NH4 is a donor, NH3 is a base of NH4 plus. So the conjugate for that NH4 plus, conjugate for that NH4 plus and NH3. So the conjugate acid and base pair. Meanwhile, water is a base, it accepts one proton to NH4 plus, so to form H3O plus. Okay, so the H3O plus and H2O is a conjugate acid and a base. So the conjugate acid and base, the conjugate means it differ only one proton. Okay, conjugate means it differs only one proton. So let us consider the reverse reaction in the following equilibrium. So the HCl plus water, H3O plus plus Cl minus. So here the HCl is act as acid, it donate one proton to water to form H3O plus. So the water is a base because it accept one proton from HCl. So it is a base, it donate one proton, so it is acid. So to form H3O plus is act as acid because it donate proton to Cl minus, so it act as a base. Okay, so H3O plus donate proton to HCl minus to form HCl. H3O plus donate one proton to Cl minus, that is to form HCl. So the product also behave as acid and base. In general, Lowry-Bronsted acid-base reaction represent acid, that is acid 1, then base 1. So this is acid base 2, then acid 2. Okay. So because this acid HCl to give base, so this acid 1 and base 1, this is acid 2 to base 2. Okay. The species after donation of proton in base and its conjugate base of Bronsted acid, in other words, the chemical species that differ only the proton are called conjugate acid and base pair. Okay, so this is a conjugate acid and base pair. The HCl acid is that is a proton donor to accept. This Cl minus is a proton acceptor because H3O plus donate one proton to Cl to form HCl. So it is a proton acceptor, it's a conjugate acid and base pair. So this one is a conjugate acid and a base pair. This conjugate acid and conjugate base pair. Okay. Then next, the limitations of Lowry and Bronsted. The substance like BF3, that is boron trifluoride and aluminum chloride, they do not donate protons, so are known to behave as acid, but it do not donate protons. Okay, these are the limitations of the Lowry and Bronsted theory. Then next concept is Lewis concept. Lewis concept of acid and base. So it is mainly based on pair of electrons. Okay, so this theory is based on pair of electrons. So it is called as a electronic concept or electronic theory. Electronic concept or electronic theory. Okay, so according to him, then acid is a species that accept electron pair, while base is a species that donate electron pair. We call such species are called as Lewis acid and Lewis base. Okay, so the acid, first we discuss about acid. Acid is a acceptor. Acid is called as a acceptor, so pair of electrons. Okay, so that is acid is a substance that can accept a pair of electron. Acid is a substance that can accept a pair of electron. Okay, acceptor. Then base is a substance that can donate pair of electrons. Okay, so base is called as a donor, so it donate pair of electron, whereas acid is a substance that can accept a pair of electrons. Okay, whereas we discussed in previous Lowry and Bronsted concept, acids are proton donor and bases are proton acceptor. But here the Lewis concept, the acid is a accepts a pair of electron, then base is a donate a pair of electrons, or simply say the Lewis acid and the Lewis base. So the Lewis acid is a positive ion or electron deficient molecule, and Lewis base is a anion or neutral molecule with at least one lone pair of electrons. Okay, so the acid, Lewis acid or Lewis base. Lewis acid means it's a positive ion or electron deficient molecule, whereas Lewis base or anion or neutral molecule at least contain one lone pair of electrons. Okay, so example, let us consider the reaction between boron trifluoride and ammonia. Okay, so boron trifluoride and ammonium. Here the boron, the formula for boron trifluoride, BF3. Okay, so here the BF3, the boron contains the boron 3 fluoride bonds. It does not obey the octet rule because it only is surrounded by the 6. So octet means it obtained 8, you know. Okay, so here the borons does not obey the octet rule. So here only the 6 electrons, so it acts as a electron deficient. So electrons அங்க கம்மியா இருக்குனால boron trifluoride act as a electron deficient compound. So இந்த compensate பண்ண we can add NH3. So NH3 நம்ம add பண்றோம். So NH3, the NH3 formula NHHH, the lone pair. So the nitrogens இருக்கிற the lone pair அது என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா the boronல இருக்கிற அந்த வேக்கண்டா இருக்கும் இல்லையா boronல அந்த 2p அதுல போயிட்டு என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா அந்த lone pair போய் அங்க நமக்கு என்ன பண்ணுது டொனேட் பண்ணுது. So the boron NH3 is acid, so the electron donor. அப்ப வந்து NH3 வந்து என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா அங்க வந்து எலக்ட்ரான்ஸை நமக்கு டொனேட் பண்ணுது. அப்ப NH3 அப்போ என்னவா இருக்கு அப்படின்னாக்கா அங்க it acts as a பேஸா இருக்கு. then BF3 it acts as a acid. So அப்போ அதனால தான் electron deficient சொல்கிறாங்க. அதனால is called as a Lewis acid. So donate the electrons to the boron. இது donate பண்ணுறதுல electrons, so that arrow mark இப்படி போடுறோம். அப்போ donate பண்ணுறதுனால it acts as a Lewis base. So it accepts the electrons, so it is act as a Lewis acid. ஓகேவா? ஸோ அப்போ நமக்கு to combine ரெண்டு ஃபார்ம் ஆகி நமக்கு என்ன கிடைக்குதுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா ஒரு bond கிடைக்குது இல்லையா? So this bond, இந்த arrow mark போடுறது, this bond is called as a coordinate covalent bond. இந்த bond தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம், நம்ம coordinate covalent, because the nitrogen, the bond look to the bond ஓட arrow எங்க பக்கம் போகுதுன்னா boron போகுது. ஸோ அது வந்து நமக்கு என்ன நம்ம சொல்லணும்னாக்கா coordinate covalent bond அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லணும், coordinate covalent bond. So the boron has a vacant 2p orbital. boronல வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 2p 1 தான் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? So the boron has a vacant 2p orbital to accept the lone pair of electrons. யாரோட lone pair of electrons? அம்மோனியால இருக்கிற அந்த lone pair of electrons accept பண்ணிட்டு to form the new coordinated covalent bond form ஆகுதுன்றாங்க. Okay, so to form the new coordinate covalent bond, we already learned the coordination compounds in 5th chapter. We have already learned the coordination compound Lewis acid and Lewis base. For example, this NiCN4. So this is a central metal ion. Central metal ion is act as a Lewis acid. This is a coordinate ligand act as a Lewis base. This is a coordination number. So ligand என்ன பண்ணும் நமக்கு to metal கூட bond form ஆகிறதுக்கு to donate the electrons to the central metal ion. So it is acted as a Lewis base. Then central metal ion act as a behave as a Lewis acid. இது ஆல்ரெடி நம்ம coordination lesson நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். Okay, then next, so then difference between the Lewis acid and the Lewis base. Okay, so the Lewis acid is simply say electron deficient molecules such as boron trifluoride, aluminum chloride, BeF2. The Lewis base, the molecule with one or more lone pair of electrons. Example for that, ammonia, water, alcohol, ether, amine, etc. Okay, so that Lewis acid, all metal ions are atoms. Example, Fe2 plus, Fe3 plus, chromium, copper, all are Lewis acid. Here the Lewis base, all anions. Okay, so the all anions means fluorine minus, Cl minus, Cn minus, Se is thiocyanate, sulfate, all are anions. Okay, then Lewis acid, the molecule that contain polar double bond SO2, double bond C double bond O, CO2, SO3. So that the molecule contain polar double bond, whereas Lewis base, the molecule that contain carbon multiple bond. Here the CH2 double bond, CH2 CH triple bond, multiple double bond. then Lewis acid, molecule in which central metal atom, that is central metal atom, can expand its octet to availability of empty d orbital, because the BF3, take the example of BF3, this the 2p orbitals are empty, so the central atom is can expand, aduna unakku octet rule adirkaga expand agum அப்படின்றாங்க. then அதுக்கு example SiF4, SF4, FeCl3, whereas the Lewis base all metal oxide CaO, MgO, Na2, etc. The Lewis acid is a carbanium ions, that is C plus, where Lewis base is a anion, the CH3 minus, anion means minus, carbanium means IUM, that is positive, C plus. Okay, then the examples for the identify the Lewis base and Lewis acid in the following reaction: chromium plus water, CrH2O6 3 plus. Here the Cr is act as a Lewis acid, then water CH2O is act as a Lewis base. Okay, let us move on to next topic: strength of acid and base. Strength of acid and base. So the acid means it gives H plus ion, base means it gives OH minus ion. So the strength of the acid means 1 mole of acid or 1 mole of base produced பண்ற H plus or OH minus ion ஓட concentrations பொறுத்து ஒரு acid or base கூட strength நம்ம சொல்ல முடியும். That is, how to determine the strength of acid or base? 1 mole of acid or base is dissolved in water. So எவ்வளோ H plus or OH minus ion கிடைக்குதோ அந்த கான்சன்ட்ரேஷனை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் நம்ம ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தை நம்ம எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ண முடியும் அப்படின்றத சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இதுக்கு நமக்கு சம் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. ஸோ த ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிட்ஸாக இருக்குதுனாக்கா இட்ஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிசோசியேஷன் ஆகிருக்கும். வேறஸ் த வீக் ஆசிட்ஸ் அப்படி இருக்குது, இல்லை வீக் பேஸாக இருக்குனாக்கா பார்ஷியலி அயனைசேஷன் ஆகும். ஸோ த கம்ப்ளீட்லி அயனைசேஷன், தட் இஸ் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிசோசியேட், இஸ் கால்ட் as a strong acid and strong base. The partially ionization is called as a weak acid and weak base. Here the strength of the acid and base expressed in quantitatively way. We can write equations here. HA plus water gives us H3O plus plus A minus. In equations form, HA is act as a acid. Okay, HA it act as acid. So here the HA it act as acid means it give it is a acid, that is one proton donated to H2O, so it act as a base, so it is acceptor, it is a donor. So to form the HA is donate one proton to H2O to form H3O plus A minus. Okay, so here the concentration of water, then the equilibrium constant of the above ionization given by the follow expressions. Okay, so we can write the ionizations form, the K equal to the H3, the product by reactant, H3O plus A minus HA, then H2O, the concentration term. So we can write active mass, the concentration term, H3O plus the concentration of A minus, the concentration divided by concentration of HA and concentration of H2O. Here the water concentration is very large, so we can omit, அதனால நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், omit பண்ணிட்டு we can write Ka equal to H3O plus A minus by HA. Here the Ka is represent dissociation constant of acid. Dissociation constant of acid, it is a measure of strength of acid. இதுதான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுதுனாக்கா ஒரு measure to strength of acid. Okay, in case base அப்படின்னும் போது we can write Kp. இந்த இடத்துல instead of K எடுத்து நம்ம we can write Kp. This is to measure the strength of base. Okay, so H3O plus concentration is more means the Ka concentration also more. So இங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா the H3O plus உடைய concentration அதிகமாக இருக்குன்னா இதோட K உடைய concentration நமக்கு எப்படி இருக்குனாக்கா அதிகமாக இருக்கும். So Ka is a large means the acid is stronger. K is a larger இருக்குனாக்கா அந்த acid என்னவா இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா stronger. So the Ka is a less means it is a weaker அப்படின்றத நமக்கு சொல்கிறாங்க. Okay, so the strong acid and weak acids அப்படின்னு நம்ம பார்க்கணும்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா the complete ionizations இருந்துச்சுனாக்கா strong acid, the partially ionization means is a weak acid. So the strong acid examples பார்த்தீங்கன்னாக்கா HCl, HNO3. Okay, then weak acid, formic acid HCOOH, then acidic acid is a weak acid, then strong acid HCl, HNO3 is a strong acid, it's a weak acid. So the strong acid means pK value is high, then weak acid means the pK value is less. Then HCl, the Ka value at 25 degrees Celsius, 2 into 10 power 6. Then formic acid, then acetic acid, the Ka value 1.8 into 10 power minus 4. Then acetic acid 1.8 into 10 power 5 at 25 degree Celsius. Okay. So then Ka values are greater than 10 is a strong acid. Ka values are greater than 10. Ka values are greater than 10 is a strong acid. The Ka values are less than 1 is a weak acid. Okay. Ka values are greater than 10 means a strong acid. So less than 1 is a weak acid. Okay. The next, let us consider the dissociation of HCl in aqueous solution. So HCl plus OH, HCl plus water gives H3O plus Cl minus. Here the HCl is acid, is a donate one proton to H2O. It's a donate one proton to H2O to form. So it's donate one proton to H2O. So it is act as acid. So it accepts one proton. It behaves as a base to form H3O plus is acid. Then Cl minus is a base. Okay. So here the HCl is a strong acid. Then HCl is a strong acid, then H3O plus Cl minus. Okay. So the complete dissociation, the equilibrium lies upon almost 100%. The Cl minus negligible tendency to accept a proton to form H3O plus. So it is a conjugate base of strong acid and weak base and vice versa. So HCl is a strong acid, so it gives the Cl minus is a weak conjugate base. So H3O plus compared to HCl, it is a weak because it does not give HCl H plus 2Cl at a equilibrium form. So இந்த இடத்துல HCl வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிடாக இருக்கிறதுனால அது வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு கான்ஜுகேட் வீக்கு தான் நமக்கு கொடுக்கும் அப்படின்றாங்க. அதனால Cl மைனஸ் என்ற வீக் கான்ஜுகேட் பேஸ் கொடுக்குது. பட் H3O ப்ளஸும் நமக்கு ஆசிட் தான். கம்பேர் டு HCl கூட கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது வீக். ஏன்னா இட் டஸ் நாட் கிவ் H plus 2Cl அப்படின்ற சொல்கிறாங்க அட் ஈக்லிபிரியம் ஃபார்ம் அப்படின்றாங்க. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து இது வந்து கான்ஜுகேட் ஆசிட், ஒரு கான்ஜுகேட் ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிட் அண்ட் பேஸில் ஒரு ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிட்ஸ் இருந்தாக்கா அதோடைய கான்ஜுகேட் வந்து வீக் பேஸாக இருக்கும் அப்படி தான் நமக்கு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஓகேங்களா. இப்போ ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிட்னாக்கா கொடுக்குற அந்த பேஸ் வந்து வீக் பேஸாக இருக்கும்ன்றதை நமக்கு கொடுத்துறாங்க. சம் எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் ஆர் லிஸ்ட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க இங்கே நமக்கு கான்ஜுகேட் ஆசிட் அண்ட் பேஸு. ஸோ HClO4, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 இதெல்லாம் ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆசிடாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது கண்டிப்பாக நமக்கு ஒரு வீக் பேஸ் கான்ஜுகேட் பேஸ் தான் கொடுக்கும்னு சொன்னோம் இல்லையா. ஸோ ClO4 மைனஸ், Cl மைனஸ், HSO4 மைனஸ், HNO இதெல்லாம் வந்து கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு வீக் பேஸாக தான் இருக்கும். இதே வீக் ஆசிடாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா H3O plus HNO2, HF, CH3COH, NH3. So weak acid to give weak base. We know weak acid நாக்க நமக்கு weak base கொடுக்கும். Strong acid to give the weak conjugate base. 1 markல நம்ம கேட்கலாம். Strong acid gives weak conjugate base. Then weak acid gives weak base. Okay. Then next, very weak acid NH, that is NH3, OH minus H2, weak acids are to give strong conjugate base NH2 minus, O2 minus, H minus. Okay. So this concept is a strength of acid and base. So thank you students. We will continue in next class. Okay. I hope you understand the concept. Thank you.